Greetings everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video I will be showing you how to manage expenses, how to record your expenditure. So expenditure, there are various ways of handling it. You can record it directly or you can record it through requisitions, and we also have staff payroll which also ends up in requisitions. So we shall see all that in this video. So the first thing we need to do, let's go to the expenses page. This is where we record expenditure from. You just click this and you record your expenditure. But before you begin recording expenditure, you see the system will ask for you expenditure categories. It will ask for you units. Now I don't have any units in the system. It will ask for you the items. So these things need to be set first before you start using the system. You set them once and then you use them forever without having to record them again. So let's first add the expense categories. I have one expense category. So here you categorize your expenditure. You can categorize it into utilities, welfare, academic expenses. It depends on how you want to categorize your expenses. So let's add some expenditure categories, maybe utilities. You can add some description and then you add. Let's add academic expenses. You add that also. Yeah, so you can add as many categories as you want, and the description depends on it always describes what the category deals with. So after adding categories, the second step is to add items that you will be spending money on. Let's say that in your school you usually purchase firewood, you usually purchase posho, you usually purchase. So you add these items first in the system, so that when you are recording these the expenditure, you will always select from these items. So let's add items. So you will click this, you write the item name, but also you see it will ask for you the units. So you need to add the units first. So the units depends on the things that you usually purchase. The most common things that are purchased in school, they can be firewood, and when we are measuring firewood, we can measure it in trucks, depending on the units that you want to use. We buy it in trucks. Maybe we usually purchase milk, and so we need to add it as here. We also purchase posho, so we need some kilograms. So you can add units depending on the products that you usually purchase. So before you start using the system to record expenditure, this is something I can call it the initial setup that you need to do initially, so that along the way you just select the already added stuff. So you will sit down, you write down the common products that you usually purchase, and then you see the units that you need to add here. So maybe we usually purchase bananas, so I think we can add bunches here. We can also add pieces, so pieces can be used to measure many things. Let's say you purchase chairs. Chairs have no units, so you can purchase them in pieces, maybe 12 pieces of chair. So the unit can do this. We can also add grams if you usually purchase laboratory products. So you can add as many items as you want. And so now that we have added items, we have added units, and we have added expenditure categories, we are ready to record our expenditure. So let's go to expenses. And so this is how you will record. Let's say that we want to spend on firewood. You will click that icon. The category is welfare. We are purchasing firewood. I think we did not add items to the system. We just added the units. We need to add items before we start recording expenditure. So here you will add the common items that you usually purchase in your store. Let's add firewood. This one is measured in trucks. Let's add portion. This one is measured in kilograms. Let's add cooking oil. This one is measured in liters. Maybe at some time we can purchase pebbles, especially those ones to be used in the laboratory. I can use pieces for this. Sometimes we also purchase beans. This one is measured in kilograms. We also purchase nuts. This one is measured in kilograms. So the list can go on and on and on depending on what you usually purchase. So let's now start recording expenditure. So we are going to purchase firewood. So you will click the first two letters. The system will suggest for you the items depending on the items that you added, and then you select the item. One thing that I want to make clear is that you don't write this word manually. You have to select from the items that you added in the system. So if you just write your own product, the system will refuse. You have to select. So firewood is measured in trucks. We are going to purchase 3 trucks, and each truck costs 300,000. So we can add that expenditure. So if you refresh, you should be able to see the total expenditure here. Let's also purchase some beans. You select this one. This one is measured in kilograms, and the quantity we are going to buy 20 kilograms, and each kilogram is for 2000. So we can add that one also. Yeah, so that's how you record expenditure in case you want to record it directly. So now that I have added the items, my system is now set. Anytime I want to record expenditure, I immediately come to this page. You go to this icon, you look for expenses, it brings you to this page, and you record the expenditure. Sometimes you might want to deal with requisitions. So requisitions, these are, you get them from here, and this is how they work. You can add a requisition manually as the bursar. You record the requisition and then you clear the requisition. Or someone who wants to make a requisition can go to their phone in the app. They make a requisition. This requisition appears in your dashboard. Whenever you open requisition, you will find it here. And also, the head teacher will also find it in his account. So the head teacher can approve, and when he approves, it goes to the bursar. The bursar clears the requisition and then releases the money. So how do you add the requisition in case you want to add it yourself as the bursar? Click this one here. So you click that, you select the person who is making the requisition, maybe Ms. Dickens. You write the title of the requisition, maybe let's call it maybe that requisition for the day. You can write the description about the requisition to justify your requisition. You can select the category. This will be welfare. So the person might want to purchase beans. So you select beans here. So here also the items have to be selected. You don't have to manually write. You can select the units. This is kilograms. You want to purchase 20 kilograms of beans, and each kilogram costs 2000. I can add that item, and the person making a requisition might want to request multiple items, so let's also request for portion. That is kilograms. We want to purchase 10 kilograms. Each kilogram is 2500. We can add that one also. We also want to purchase cooking oil. So in case the item doesn't appear here, it means you didn't add it in the system. You can go to the items page and add it, and then come back to this page. This is cooking oil. It is measured in liters. We want to purchase 2 liters. Each liter is for 10,000. We add, and then we record. So this is our requisition. It shows the requisition ID, the person who made the requisition, the title, the description, the amount, the total amount that the requisition was worth, and then the status. In case you want to see the items attached, you click the I and you can see the details. Now when you place this requisition, by default it will be pending. If the teacher approves, here it will become cleared, approved, and then when it becomes cleared, it will be cleared. You will check the words here. In case you want to see only the pending requisitions, you can select the pending here and then you filter to see pending requisitions. Okay, now how does it correspond to expenditure? Of course, for now it is not yet spent. It is not yet spent because it is just a pending requisition, but we convert it into expenditure when we clear it. If we go back to our expenses page, you see we only have these items spent and the total amount spent is this. But if we come to our requisitions and we clear this requisition and we go back to our expenses, the items that were attached on the requisition have now been recorded in the expenditure and the total expenditure has increased. So the system will always automatically increase this stuff. Then another thing that has to do with expenditure is payroll, but I think I will record another video that concerns payroll. Let's now go to budget. Budget, you can set the budget, and then as you keep on spending, the system keeps showing you the progress, how far you have gone with the expenditure and the amount that you had planned to spend. So go to the budget. You can create a budget maybe for term 2. Term 2, you can give it a title or a name. Term 2 budget 2026. The term is term 2. The year is 2026. You can put the start date, maybe it was 25th, and the budget will end in around August, and you create the budget. So we have created the budget. The other thing is to attach items to the budget. So click this and you click budgeted items and you start budgeting. The budget is this one. We want to spend on welfare and we are planning to spend on posho. So this term we are planning to spend 2 million on posho, and you can write some notes about that. That one is always optional, and you add that item. We also plan to purchase beans. We also plan to purchase beans, and we are planning to purchase beans of 1 million. The notes are optional. We also plan to purchase firewood, and we plan to spend 3 million on it, and you can add. So once you create this budget and you attach items to the budget, as you keep spending, the system keeps comparing your budget with your expenditure. And in case you want to see the comparison, you will click this and you click budget versus expenditure. So we have already spent because we are spending, and the items that we spent on are the ones that we added to the budget. So the system has already calculated. We had planned to spend 2 million on beans. We have surpassed spent 80,000. So we still have 192. I think 1,920,000. We still have that amount to spend. We had planned to spend 3 million on firewood. We have so far spent that, and that is the remaining amount. So you can see how much you budgeted and how much is the actual expenditure and how much is the variance. Yeah, you can also see the budget details. You can see how much you had budgeted. This brings the total, how much you had budgeted, and what is the actual expenditure, what is your income. We have not yet collected school fees. That's why the net income is negative, because we have not collected school fees and we have spent more than what we have earned. So the income is negative. We have the opening balance and the closing balance. The opening balance is always the amount that you will reserve at the beginning of the term, and this will always depend on how much you spent the previous term. Now if I close this budget and I open another budget maybe for term 3, what you have here now becomes the opening balance for third term. Yeah. And then so that's all with expenditure. I will record another video very soon concerning payroll, because as you record salaries, these salaries also will also appear in the expenditure. You can create payroll, you can record salaries, you can generate pay slips, and so on and so on. So let's stop here for now. I wish you the best.